Sound check. Well, hello everyone. Let me just see if that works. Welcome to a bit of an improvised WElearn. As you've all seen this morning, our inverter blew again, unfortunately. So Peter and his friend Rory are on the way to Nelsprout now, getting it fixed or repaired. And I've been working on the Jika to change a couple of things to hopefully prevent it from happening again. So that prevented me a bit from preparing everything that I had in mind for you. But we still want to do a WElearn because you've missed the game drive already this morning. And what I had in mind is actually yesterday I came across a little scorpion hole. Let me just quickly. Because at the same time now, just 5 minutes ago, my computer malfunctioned, and I was actually going to use my computer to attach my video camera so I could give you some nice close-ups, which I can still do with this camera, but then I have to work with the focus a little bit and show you something. So my computer's restarting now, so hopefully that'll work. Now yesterday I came across a little scorpion hole, and in front of that, first I thought actually that something had eaten the scorpion, because I saw a little piece of exoskeleton of a scorpion lying there. But having on a closer look, I found that actually the scorpion had actually changed its skin, as scorpions have to do, because it's the same as other arachnids like spiders. Their exoskeleton, as they call it, or basically their skin, outer skin, it's inflexible. It doesn't grow with as it does with humans. It's very hard and tough. So when the scorpion grows, then at some point it has to shed its skin. And then actually under there is a new soft layer of skin that it can grow a little bit bigger before that turns hard again. And then again, during its lifetime, typically scorpions have to do that five or six times. So what I found there in front of the little scorpion hole were the remains of that scorpion skin. And I just collected a couple of those pieces and started looking at them. And actually thought it might be interesting just together with you to do a little bit of CSI Vuyatella or CSI Juma, Wild Earth, whatever you want to call that, and see by looking at pieces of that scorpion that we found to learn a little bit more about scorpions. And also I think we should be able to actually determine which species of scorpion it is. So I wanted to do that actually together with you. So I'll just quickly, while my computer is starting up, want to see if I can show you this. I have to put the microphone down for a bit. Well, with all the things, thanks Superior. She mentioned that I wasn't actually hadn't switched myself on the picture, so I was just chatting blindly. Well, it's a bit of a hectic day, so, but anyway, at least you could hear me. Thank you. So actually, as I said, I was going to show you the little pieces of scorpion. I'll give you a better close-up of individual pieces a bit later, but these are the things I collected. Just see if I can show you this in focus. Yeah, as you could see at the bottom, there's one, as we would call it, a pincer, or the scientific name for the arm that the pincer's on is a pedipalp, but we just call it a pincer. And that's one of the distinguishing characteristics where you can actually see an animal is a scorpion. It's the pincer at the end of the sting at the end of the tail, and then the pincers at the front. That's characteristic within the, let's say, arachnids or spider-like animals, that you can see that this is definitely a scorpion. So I'm just gonna have to. Actually, I actually could have used a second cameraman here, but I'm just going to spread it out a little bit. It is all very delicate, as you can imagine. Also, sometimes if you get a sunburn and your skin comes loose a little bit, it's very, very, very thin and very delicate. The same with this, only it is a bit harder than our skin. Maybe, yeah. So, but it's very, very thin and very, very delicate. So, what I also want to do is. What I do, I have actually a very nice book about scorpions. Can't really maybe show it too clearly. I'm not sure how that works with with copyright, but it's a very nice book. If you want to know which one it is, just write me a note or something, and I can email you that. And that actually gives a lot of information also about scorpions, their lifestyle, how their bodies are made up. There I am again. Let me just put that up. So actually, I was starting to read through that and seeing if I could, with that, determine what kind of scorpion it is. And actually, I was actually surprised with the camera how much actually from little pieces of skin. It's not even a complete outer piece of skin. How much still you can learn about that scorpion in particular. If you, I'll just put the things on the desk and point the camera at it again. So the two distinguishing characteristics of scorpions. Let me just see if I can. Let me see how I can do that best. Maybe just. Do you have a piece of paper or a piece of cardboard that I could use just to put it under the camera? Because with the other camera I could actually move around a little bit, but this one is fixed. Thank you very much. So let me just put that on there. Or maybe I can just hold them up to the camera quickly. Well, the first part, let me just focus it a bit. The first part, as you can see, is actually the end of the tail with the sting attached to it. And as you can see, the tail is fairly thick as compared to the size of the skin. And if you compare it to the size of the pincers, I also need 8 legs like a scorpion. The pincers are a little bit bigger, but they're fairly similar size. And if you look at the thickness of the tail as compared to the thickness of the pincers, that indicates you that this is a mildly venomous scorpion, because just put this back. Yeah, it's a bit of a lot of work here, but my computer seems to be starting up, so it should get better. If you have scorpions that are very mildly venomous or almost non-venomous, then the tail is very, very thin, and they have huge pincers, because then also they use the pincers to catch and subdue their prey. Whereas if you have the very venomous scorpions, typically they have relatively fairly small pincers and a very thick tail. Especially the scorpion species that are in the genus that's called Parabuthus. Those are the really nasty venomous ones. They have very small, huge scorpions with relatively small pincers, but a very thick tail and a very big pincers. Very big sting. Just log on to my computer. Yeah. So that shows you already the fact that these are, let's say, similar size. They're not very small pincers, they're medium size, and also the sting is not very thin. That shows you that it's probably not a Parabuthus scorpion, because then the tail would be a lot thinner. But it's also not a non-venomous scorpion. So if it stings you, it will probably not hospitalize you, but it definitely will hurt, and you might be sick for a couple of days or something, depending on how sensitive you are to it. When I was picking up all the pieces, I was actually a bit surprised, because I also found these. Let me just hold them for the camera for you. That also look like pincers, and I thought, well, maybe, sometimes you see that in crabs as well, that one of the pincers is a lot bigger than the other one. But the thing was, then I was looking further, and I found another one of those. Oops, fell on the ground now.